A little bit about character, and then I just wanted to ask you one last question about your process. One of the things also I'm really interested in, said it before, notions of heroes and villains, anti-heroes, good, bad, and the sort of blurry line that we're in now. I think because a lot of adult men sort of read our material, people claim they don't like black and white characters, they like shades of gray, etc. But I'm curious if you have a sense of what is heroic and what is villainous when you approach characters. Are there lines that you are not interested in having your characters cross? Or is there a place where they become, I guess, a villain? And I guess the bigger question, which might be too hard to ask, is what shapes that sense of morality? What shapes the sort of ethics of your characters that you bring to them? Is it the characters themselves or something external that you bring to a character, say Daredevil?
You know, one of the first things that I use as a barometer in terms of whether or not I should take on an assignment is, and this is a relatively late in life development, is the level of violence. I'm not, at least, you know, at this stage in my life, I'm not really a big fan of gratuitous violence. I think, you know, that goes without saying. And I think violence as, unless the violence is a way of furthering the story or moving the story forward or establishing a character, you know, I know American Psycho, you know, is a cult film. I find it hard to watch. Mm-hmm. You know, I find it really hard to watch. I'm not sure what the point is. Maybe I'm missing it, you know, which can, you know, be very likely. But I think that in terms of, you know, heroes and villains, it's their behavior. You know, I'm interested in redemption. You know, I'm not interested in I don't know how to explain it really. You know, I'm really interested in much more the positive. You know, I'm interested in people making the right choices. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm interested in. There have been times when I've gotten onto a book, and the book has surprised me with the content or the level of violence, and I'll beg off. You know, I'll ask to be switched to something else. I won't say why. You know, to my editors. I don't want them. I don't know why. You know, it's a personal thing. You know, it's a personal kind of a standard. I'm not sure. Help me out, Phil.
I just feel that as I've gotten older, I feel very much the same way. I'm not interested in the gratuitous violence. I'm not interested in aggrandizing villainous behavior. And I think that behavior, my sense of it is based on a sense of ethics and morality that might be kind of Western Judeo-Christian, but I think it's more golden rule, and not wanting to let people get away with really bad things.
Yeah, I think the you know, obviously, I mean, I was raised a Catholic, and so the Judeo-Christian upbringing is certainly an influence. I do believe that people can be moral without a religious background.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know, otherwise, you know, really, you know, we're really in a lot of trouble. Sure. But I do believe, and this is another development late in life, I do believe that we have a responsibility. And I do believe that the work that we do and the words that we put out there and the images that we put out there affect people. If you're doing your job and, you know, and you're doing your job well, it's supposed to affect people. It's supposed to affect people. So I am careful much more now than I was, say, when I was 20 or 30. About what it is that I do send out there. You know, I'm not sure I believe in karma, you know, but I do believe in personal responsibility, and I don't want to. I would rather set a upstanding, you know, a positive example rather than a negative example for those that are reading, you know, the work that I produce.
I agree. Thank you for being my friend and my mentor.
Of course, thanks.